A Border Patrol agent and an elder at the largest megachurch in all of San Diego adopted this girl from foster care and are now being accused of murdering her. And as someone who lives in the same vicinity and attended the Rock Church years ago, I am horrified by this story.
The grand jury indictment lays out more than 640 overt acts allegedly committed by the adoptive parents and grandparents of Arabella McCormick in a conspiracy to torture, starve, and eventually murder the 11-year-old. Letitia McCormack and her parents, Stanley and Adela Tom, now face life in prison without the possibility of parole if convicted. Prosecutors say Letitia's husband, Border Patrol agent Brian McCormack, also would have been charged, but he died by suicide in his car the same day Arabella died in August 2022.
Coward.
Investigators say they found text messages between the adoptive family members over the course of 3 years, talking about imprisoning Arabella and her 2 younger sisters in their bedroom and setting up motion alarms to prevent them from escaping. Letitia McCormack texted and instructed Brian McCormack to spank the children every time they set off an alarm. At the time of her death, Arabella weighed just 48 pounds. Prosecutors alleged the family forced the children to exercise, deprived them of food, and made them lay in soiled beds. She can just soak in that blanket and get sick. Arabella will be done soon, and we will only have 2 to worry about. Brian McCormack allegedly texted his wife 4 days before Arabella died. Some of the alleged abuse was reported to county social workers by employees at Arabella's school, but never followed up on, according to civil rights activist Shane Harris, who spoke at court with Arabella's biological mother by his side.
Teachers failed Arabella. The county failed Arabella. Law enforcement mandated reporters.
Letitia McCormack is a former ministry leader at the Rock Church. The family adopted the 3 sisters through the county's foster care system.
Arabella McCormick was failed by a system that has predetermined assumptions about adopters in the United States. Assumptions that people who adopt are good people, people that can do no wrong, often because they're religious and or wealthy. It is borderline impossible to fail an adoption home study in the United States, but because adopters have a record that shows they have passed a home study, child welfare investigators very often disregard any sort of reports that have to do with the abuses or mistreatment of adopted people. And the evidence in this case was extremely straightforward. Letitia McCormick in her prayer group was talking about demons and spiritual warfare with Arabella. How many adopted people need to be abused and or murdered by their adopters until we as a society can look at this system that is harming the very children it claims to protect and say something needs to change?